Tonight, the man who shot dead 12 people and put the US Capitol into lockdown. Success for the biggest salvage operation of all time, the Costa Concordia refloated. The controversial campaign to raise Australia's speed limits. And a multi-millionaire's mission to make cancer medicine affordable for all Australians.
This is 7 News at 7 with Melissa Doyle.
Good evening. America's FBI is tonight still searching for the reason a former Navy officer went on a shooting rampage in Washington, D.C. Parts of the US Capitol went into lockdown as the gunman opened fire at the Washington Navy Yard, killing 12 people. Security was immediately increased with the White House, the Capitol building and the Supreme Court all in close proximity. The terror ended when police shot dead the gunman, 34-year-old Aaron Alexis, in an exchange of fire. 7's US Bureau Chief Mike Amor is in Washington. Well, a controversial campaign to raise the speed limit to 130 kilometres an hour has been slammed as stupid and irresponsible. Road safety experts say faster speeds would kill more people, but not everyone agrees.
The Hume Highway, Sydney to Melbourne, top speed 110, but Wheels magazine took it at 130, campaigning on the need for speed.
It's just madness. You know, why can the rest of the world do it? Why can the Northern Territory drive at 130? Why can't we do it?
Magazine editor Stephen Corby says faster can be safer, claiming it makes drivers more alert.
I think European research has shown that up to a certain point definitely in Germany, the faster people drive, the more focused they are on driving. You need to focus on what you're doing.
But road safety experts are horrified. They say every 5% increase in speed equates to a 20% increase in the road toll. They call the idea lunacy. The only roads with 130 limits here are in the Northern Territory. Its road safety record, the worst in Australia.
It's the public's choice. You want faster speeds on the highways, you'll get more deaths and serious injuries. Is it worth the trade-off? I say no.
A string of countries boast 130 limit: France, Austria, Denmark, Greece, the Netherlands. On Germany's autobahns, it's unlimited. Fine if everyone's doing the same. Their roads are built for speed, ours are not.
Remember, there's an awful lot of trucks on our roads, and the standard of our roads, 130 k's is just too fast at the moment.
Chris Reason, 7 News.
Well, on the 7 News Money Monitor tonight, the Reserve Bank sets the scene for its next scheduled interest rate meeting. Here's 7 News finance expert, barefoot investor Scott Pape.
Well, the RBA has released its monthly minutes today and has left open the chance of another rate cut, though it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. But they also sent a message to our banks that it was especially important that lenders behave themselves with interest rates at historic lows. And with that, let's take a look at one of the few property research houses that I listen to, because they track the level of unsold homes sitting on the market, which is a fairly good indicator of where prices are going. Sydney is the standout, with SQM forecasting prices could grow a staggering 20% before the end of the year. Melbourne is up 2.5% and will continue at about the same pace. Brisbane has been flat this year but is expected to pick up, while Adelaide is fairly flat, and Perth is up 6% this year but could climb as high as 11%. And what's driving this is the RBA slashing rates almost in half since 2011, and there's fears that low interest rates could fuel another property bubble. Overnight, the International Monetary Fund went one step further and is calling for tougher lending rules to be introduced globally. Otherwise, we risk end up being where we were 5 years ago. Or perhaps we're already there. Have a look at this graph, which shows that the number of high-risk leveraged loans washing around the world is now at an all-time high and about 10% greater than it was during the peak in 2008. And what's fueling all this? Well, low interest rates that are luring investors into riskier assets. And that explains why our market is still at 5-year highs, though today it was fairly flat. TPG Telecom was the winner today after it lifted its annual profits because of strong internet and mobile subscriber sign-ups. And Qantas announced another review of their locally employed aircraft engineers, which we all know is corporate code for layoffs. And the dollar has reacted to the minutes, jumping about 1/4 cent higher this afternoon and is now buying 93 US cents, 58 pence and $1.13 New Zealand. And that's your money for tonight. Good night.
Well, let's get the forecast now with our 7 meteorologist David Brown. Brownie, rain and thunderstorms clearing now across eastern Australia.
Yes, they sure are, Mel, but northern Tassie looks like it'll cop a soaking tomorrow. Now, it has been a wet 24 hours, especially through the eastern half of Australia and the south coast of New South Wales, with more than 130 millimetres of rain falling in the region. Having said that, records were smashed over the central west slopes and plains of New South Wales. Dubbo picking up 69 millimetres of rain in the 24 hours to 9 a.m, the town's biggest September rainfall in more than 100 years. Let's move on to our weather wall. First of all, let's take a peek at Adelaide. Clear skies, but showers building tomorrow. Maybe a thunderstorm as well. In Melbourne, well, clear at the moment, 15 degrees. Few afternoon showers are expected. That's the forecast. And in Sydney, it's currently sitting on 19 degrees. Very warm and sunny tomorrow. And in Brisbane, clear skies, around 22 degrees. We're expecting a top in the high 20s tomorrow. From the satellite, the showers and storms cleared southeast Queensland this afternoon. We've still got some lingering through eastern parts of New South Wales, and it's also raining quite heavily across eastern Victoria. Out west, a cold front is approaching central parts of South Australia. That system will bring showers and storms to Adelaide tomorrow as it gradually moves through, and we'll start to see that heavy rain affecting large parts of Tasmania. Let's move on to the forecast for the major centres. In Brisbane, sunny tomorrow, 29 degrees. Have a look at Sydney, dry, sunny, 27. For Canberra, a few afternoon showers and around 16 degrees. Melbourne, a fine morning, showers building in the afternoon, around 20. As for Adelaide, 1 or 2 passing showers, maybe a storm in the afternoon, 17 degrees, and a few showers for Perth at around 20. That's the latest weather. Enjoy your evening, Mel.
Thanks, Brownie. You too. See you tomorrow. Well, some little penguins have new homes at Sydney Sea Life Aquarium. They appeared hesitant at first, but were soon checking out their freshly painted nesting boxes. Manly artist Rachel Carroll chose designs to highlight the dangers of plastic. The little penguins even have their own surfboards. And that is 7 News at 7 for this Tuesday. I'm Melissa Doyle. I'll see you tomorrow night. You have a good day tomorrow.